We're going to compare two chairs. We're going to compare the Tupelo Goods Bask Chair and the Tenjam Woosah Chair. So these two chairs, they're rated for different pool depths. This chair goes up to a maximum of 11-inch pool depth. Woosah goes up to 13 inches without adding any weight inside of it. And then Woosah, before you attach the base to it, there's a hole put in there that you can drop a dive weight into. When you drop 4 pounds, 6 pounds of dive weight, like a coated dive weight in there, it can work up to 16-inch water depth. So we're gonna look at these two chairs. We're in the backyard of a pool where the homeowner owns the Bask Chair. And we found this chair because they're offering them for sale because they have a cover that they put on their pool because they have a son who's a year and a half old. And so at night they want to cover the pool, and every time they cover the pool they have to take these chairs out, and when they want to come back into the pool they have to put them in the pool and go through the steps of refilling them again. So today we're going to look at these two chairs, and comfort wise we'll sit in them and you can see the comfort, but we're going to look at really go through the filling steps. So I'm going to start with the first of all I'm going to tell you the pool depth. So the pool depth here at the back of the pillow beam today is 10 inches. At the front, you want to measure your pool where the front of the chair is going to be. So in this case, at the front, we're at 11-inch pool depth right now. Now this chair again maxes out at 11-inch depth. So fair competition, we're going to go 11 inches of water. Let's start with Tenjam's Woosah Chair. So I'm going to grab the chair. The chair has open ear holes on the bottom, open air hole under the armrest, and when you set it in the water, you just kind of wait it out for a second, and this chair will settle down on its own. Now again, this chair will settle down in up to 13 inches of water without adding any weight inside of it. And if you have water from 13 to 16 inches, you'll have to drop a diving weight into the base of the chair before you assemble it. But you can see here, 13 inches of water. We set Woosah in the pool. It sits down, it doesn't move, it's solid. If I want to move it, you're not really lifting a lot of weight to move it. So you and your guest can reposition the chair really easily. Okay, when it's time to take Woosah out of the pool, well, I'll save that. Let's go ahead and fill the Bask Chair. You get some room. Grab this chair. Now this chair on the bottom has much smaller holes on the bottom of the feet. And when we fill it, if we just set it on the pool edge, it's just going to float. It will never find its own bottom here. It's just going to float because of the way the holes are designed. So what we need to do is we need to flip it upside down and off the ledge. So we'll walk it off the ledge. We'll hold it upside down with the legs under the water, and be prepared, this is going to take a while. So with pressure, you can like get this under the water. So what's happening now is water is entering the small holes at the bottoms of the front legs. Air is coming out of these holes, and eventually this thing is going to get full of water. Now we don't have to fill it all the way up. We just got to fill it up to that 11-inch water line. So let's just wait it out for a minute. Just take a knee. I'm not going to talk during this whole thing because it's going to take forever. So just got to keep it underwater. Okay, so that's as far as I'm going to fill this Bask Chair, and hopefully it's just enough water that we've left inside of it to get it to sit down on this sun shelf. So let's just back it up. Perfect. So we didn't fill it all the way. I tried to just fill that chair just up to where we needed it, so we have a little bit of water inside the chair above the water line. So that acts as weight, helps keep the chair settled, but you do not need to wait it out to get water all the way up inside this chair. So now that I've got water in it, we can put that on the shelf, we can put it where we want it, and that's the Bask Chair. So let me just get resituated. You can see these two chairs side by side. Okay. So similar, the Tenjam has a little higher backrest, does not have cup holders though, so I'm just going to sit in both chairs. The bottom of the chair, again, this one works up to 11-inch water depth, and you can see the 11-inch depth is just coming up through the back of the chair here. So I'll just get slightly wet, sit in the chair, and it's a comfortable chair. It's just hard to fill. The Tenjam chair the 11-inch water depth is just into the seat here. It has a seat drain. The seat of it's more contoured. I will say that this Bask chair has more of a flat seat. Has a little bit of contour to the backrest, but more flat. The Tenjam chair, this chair works up to 11-inch water depth. When I sit in this one, or up to 13-inch water depth, when I sit in it in 11 inches, that water, again, is just slightly in the seat. I don't have a cup holder, but I do have a higher backrest, and I feel more lumbar support in this chair, and it's more of a contoured seat. This chair fits some wide people, as with this one. Now, let's go through the steps of emptying these chairs and taking them out of the pool. So, just to make my life easy, we're going to start with the Tenjam chair. And with the Woosah chair, we lift up the front of the chair like that. Now we can see the water starting to exit out of the holes on the bottom. Now I have a couple places where I can lift the chair. Just wait for it to drain. And now that it's drained, this chair weighs about 33 pounds, and I can just move it out of the pool and use it on the patio. With the Bask chair, this chair, I'll do the same. I'll lift it out of the water, and it's just going to take a while longer, quite a while longer. So let's just wait this out. With this one, now most of the water in this chair is down in this area, and I'm relying on the water coming out of the bottom holes in the legs. So by keeping just the rear legs in the water, I'm going to wait until as much water as possible and keep draining down this chair through those small holes at the end of the legs, and that way that water will come out and I'm not lifting as much water weight. If I tried to lift it right now, this chair would weigh well over 100 pounds. The dry weight of this chair is around 35 pounds, similar to the Tenjam Woosah chair, but since this chair holds more water inside of it when you're trying to pull it, and just takes longer to drain, you just don't want to try to lift that 100+ pounds of water out of the pool. So let's see where we're at here. There's not a handle on the front of the chair, so you really need to kind of find the armrest here. And we'll just keep waiting. I don't want to just take it out of the pool and let all that pool water drain out on the patio. So we'll run a timer on this video so people can see how long it takes to take this chair in and out of the water. Let's see where we're at. It's probably still around 50-60 pounds. I'm gonna, what I'm gonna do is just flip it around, leverage it this way, and make that work. Still losing a lot of water off to the side. Now, as I'm doing this, one thing you don't want to do is through these steps, these chairs, polyethylene is the material. As you work the chairs around, flip them around and do all that, you do end up scratching up these corners. So in this chair, now this is empty, so I'll just come over and I'll just show you if I can get close enough. That the corners on these chairs have gotten pretty stuffed up from the owner going through the steps of filling these and emptying these. Again, every day they have to go through this process because they bought this safety cover for their pool, and that goes on so they don't have to worry about their 1.5-year-old kid every night. And then in the morning, they take it off and go through this step again. So anyway, that's the comparison between the Tupelo Goods Bask Chair and the Tenjam Woosah Chair.